James Dean is a name that makes people think of rebellion and youth. He's one of Hollywood's most enduring legends, even though he starred in only 3 major films. So why is James Dean still so famous today? Why do people still feel connected to him, decades after his death? Welcome to Personality Matters, the channel where we explore how people impacted the world. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. You can't talk about James Dean without mentioning his most famous role, Rebel Without a Cause. Released in 1955, this movie didn't just make Dean a star, it captured what teenage rebellion was all about. In the movie, Dean plays Jim Stark, a young man who feels misunderstood and lost, which really connected with the audience. At the time, post-war America was going through big cultural changes. Young people were trying to find themselves and break away from old rules, and Dean's character showed that struggle perfectly. But here's the thing, Dean wasn't just about acting. Many people think his role as Jim Stark reflected his own inner struggles. He grew up in a small town, lost his mother at a young age, and always seemed to be searching for something more, whether in his relationships or his career. His real-life feelings of being different and wanting more made his acting feel real, which is why it touched so many people. In addition to his personality and acting that made James Dean a legend, it was also his style. When you think of him, you probably imagine him in a leather jacket, white t-shirt and jeans. That wasn't just a costume, Dean was naturally cool, and this simple style became the model for what rebellious youth looked like. His look is so famous that it still influences fashion today. Dean had a way of making simple clothes look iconic. At a time when most stars wore fancy suits, he stood out by making casual clothing look cool. His style wasn't only about what he wore, it was the reflection of his attitude. Dean was a Hollywood star, but he also had a strong passion for racing, which added to his live fast image. Dean was deeply interested in auto racing, often participating in amateur racing and spending a lot of time with fast cars. He entered his first official race in 1954 in Palm Springs, finishing first in the novice class and second overall in the main event. Dean drove a Porsche Speedster at the time, and his competitive spirit shone through as he consistently pushed limits. His need for speed was more than just a hobby, it was an obsession. Dean's last car, the Porsche 550 Spider, which he dubbed Little Bastard, became infamous after his tragic accident on September 30th, 1955. He was on his way to race in Salinas, California, when he collided with another vehicle, resulting in his ultimately death at just 24 years old. His death was shocking, but in a way it contributed to his legendary status. Basically, Dean turned into a timeless figure, forever remembered as the image of a rebellious youth. So why is James Dean still an icon? Because he stands for something bigger than himself, the lasting spirit of youth, rebellion and being real. He wasn't perfect, but that's why we still look up to him. He showed everybody that it's okay to be vulnerable, challenge expectations and search for meaning, even if it means breaking some rules. Thank you for watching Personality Matters. We talk about people who made the world. Until next time.